And hello again YouTube, welcome to another little video. I'll do a little bit of an update on the fight room. Somebody asked me the other day what's going on and is the project still moving on, and the answer is yes, definitely. I had quite a lot of new stuff into the collection last year and been doing so this year, so I'm just going to have a quick run round, pick out a few new bits that I can remember, maybe tell you a few of the ideas that I've got going on. So yeah, project's moving on. Just, you know what time's like, it absolutely flies. Also last year I moved quite a lot of the boxes of, like the banana boxes full of the empty boxes for the figures you can see back here. I was thinking about moving out the lockup, so I had to put quite a few of them into this room, so it made it a little bit awkward working. So I kind of like gave up a little bit, to be honest. But yeah, cracking back on again this year. So that's a bit of SNK stuff. Right, so I'll start over here. So we've got one of my favourite games, fighting games of all time, Marvel vs Capcom, running on the Dreamcast. Japanese version, game I've been playing quite a bit. I prefer the first one over the second myself, I just love that cartoony style graphics. That's a new introduction. I'll pick out a few new introductions. A lot of the stuff I won't be able to remember, you know, what you've seen and what you haven't. That's the Injustice arcade stick. One thing I'm going to be doing is adding quite a lot more little mini shrines. So I've got the Injustice games, got the arcade stick. I've just ordered a collector's set for, I think it's the first game. So I'll do, like, you know, probably won't be quite a full shelf, but a lot of shrines. It's the way forward for me. My Shiranui soundtrack. That was a new introduction. A few Tekken bits. Don't have Tekken 8 yet, I've not got a PlayStation 5, but something I intend to get. Dreamcast arcade stick. That was definitely a new figure. Queensgate Mina from Samurai Spirits. It's quite a hard one to get now. As with games, when figures become out of production, they become very expensive, so it's a case of really just biding your time, trying to get a deal. SNK Heroines. That's a game I want to put on later on, actually. That's why I've left them handy as I've been going through my games, Rival Schools. It's a game that's really loved by people, and it's not one I've played too much, so definitely want to have a quick go on that. Now I've done some shrines, but I've still got quite a pile of games here, all fighting games of course. All my other games are in the room behind that wall actually, so you know, I do still collect other games, but my focus is definitely fighting games. But yeah, there's a lot of SNK stuff there. Desperately need some more shelving to get that all displayed properly. So I'll be going through that later as well. That's a big thanks to James, Retro Import Gamer. Chun-Li beating Mai. Gave me that last year, thanks a lot for that. Very nice, like a metal poster or picture, whatever. That's one of my favourite new introductions that come in this year. Lilith vs Morrigan. That's Darkstalker's free figure. Actually managed to get a really good price on that as well, to be honest. So it was a sort of like a no-brainer. I had it in my save watch list and the guy kept dropping it down £30 every week or whatever. So that was a little treat. Moving on, Morrigan and Darkstalkers. Well, they're obviously the mouse bats from Dead or Alive, I had to put them on the top. But yeah, we got various different Darkstalkers. That Lilith in the back corner, that's a new one this year. Or last year, Felicia was new last year. Storm's got a Morrigan coming out this year, so that'll go nice with Dimitri. One thing I've been adding is quite a few different comics and really into the artwork of the game, so help to make the display a bit bigger. Various Morrigans and Felicias there. That was a new Felicia last year, Kota Bakia one. Various different collections of the game. Still waiting on a new Darkstalkers proper game, but I think I'm going to be waiting a long time. Lilith, that was new last year. Got all three of the PCS Pop Culture Shock statues, Lord Raptor, Felicia and Morrigan. Morrigan had a little bit of a mend to do on that one for the arm, it dropped off. It's a magnetic one and I think it was just wasn't sticking right, so I've had to glue it on. And finally the Morrigan and Morrigan Lilith there. I think the name of that one. I think it's called the Embrace. That needs a bit of work doing. Now just in the front I've got some different franchises that I need some more shelves to actually display properly. So we got Guilty Gear there, Guilty Gear, Under Night in Birth, various Tekken things there. Need at least a couple of shelves for my Tekken collection. More arcade sticks, gone crazy on arcade sticks. Like a bit of a obsession. 3DO in the corner there. SVC Chaos at the bottom. Nitro Blasters and the Matra Melee games. Fantastic range. More games. Phantom Breaker. Advanced VG. More fighters. Great game there. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. Obviously there's a new one just come out, but I think it's a download only game at the moment, so I'll wait for a physical game. A couple of new items there. That was one of the last PlayStation 2 fighters I bought. Fate. Blade Arcus. A couple of figures there that James managed to sell me from my own collection, my own stock at Leeds. He said really I could do with those Castlevania Judgment games for myself, because obviously it's a fighting game, so thanks a lot for that, James. Kept those now. More Dead or Alive stuff. The Dead or Alive 6 Collector's Edition, that was a new one I got last year. I only had the normal game. And Dead or Alive. Franchise that sadly doesn't seem really to be going anywhere at the moment. I don't think number 6 was particularly well received, so I might be waiting a long time for a new one. But yeah, I still enjoy them. And more Dead or Alive. Quite a few of the games there were new. Some of the Japanese Xbox ones at the back were new. Those badges come out of the 6 collector's set. My original Dreamcast one from back in the day. That's all part of the PSP collector's edition with the Kasumi figure. Moving down. Another one of my favourite games, Soul Calibur. Definitely prefer the 2D versus games, but you know, good quality 3D ones, not to be sniffed at. Aquaparza, fantastic game. PlayStation 3. Various JoJo items. I like the original, like the Capcom game. I think Dreamcast is the best version. I've not actually played the new one there, that one at the back there on the Switch. That's still sealed, so I have to sort that out. Arcana Hearts. I think the arcade stick were new at some point last year. And all the games there, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Moving across, I just popped Rumblefish on top of the Japanese PlayStation 2 there. Again, as soon as I get some more shelves, that'll be okay. Fire Typhoon, that's another gift from James. Retro Import Gamer for the 3DO. What we got on the top here, Street Fighter 6 Collector's Edition. Great game. Sadly I won't probably put in the amount of time that it needs to become good at it, but you know, I enjoy it for what it is. A fantastic new range of figures started coming out last year from Jada. Street Fighter figures, I think waves 2, 3 and 4 have been announced now, so it's really going places, that range. But yeah, we've got Ryu, Chun-Li, got one of the Comic Con exclusives of Ryu, I think it was probably San Diego Comic Con, and love the Fei Long. So yeah, definitely will be collecting all those up. I just started getting the Fei Long one, thinking, oh, I'll just get that one. Got enough Ryus and Chun-Li's, but they were so good, I thought, I'm sucked in now, got to get the full set. A couple of amazing PlayStation 4 fighters, and I'll get a bit of a running joke with Stu now that I'm a modern gamer, which, you know, I'd say I like my modern games, but I like my modern fighting games. And some of these are sort of like very good examples. Blade Strangers and DNF Duel. Darkstalkers on this one on the PlayStation 2 collection. Street Fighter 2 stick, that's the Switch one. Been getting a few comic books, as I said, they're going to be part of the display in the long term. Big thanks again for this one to Sean, Horatio Van Basten. He sent me that set of figures, X-Men vs Street Fighter. He knows I like my Chun-Li, so he said I've got something for you. He very kindly sent me that. Put the 2 games there as well as a bit of a mini shelf. they're just on top of a big box there for one of the statues. Right, moving across, we've got a couple of Japanese Saturn Virtua Stick, Mega Drive Killer Instinct Fight Stick, that was new last year, and some of the games. Got a mess plate for the Street Fighter 2 collection. Getting more space for those soon. More arcade sticks. The Marvel vs Capcom shelf. Pretty much gone onto one shelf. Bit of a squeeze, but quite happy with that. Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Another game that wasn't particularly well liked, but again I quite enjoyed it. It's the start of the Street Fighter Shrine. So we've got various versions of 5, got the collector's edition statues, gorgeous arcade stick for Street Fighter 6, really impressed with that one. When I do eventually get a PlayStation 5, I won't mind the Tekken one just to make up a Tekken 8 shelf. More Street Fighter, Jury, Decapra, we got Ryu there, Third Strike, and I'll put the game there as well, Sakura, Poison, various games at the back there, Monopoly, more figures. That Karin was new, that was the last one I really wanted for the Kota Bakia range. Again, out of print, so I had to pay through the nose for that, but it's not getting any cheaper, so I just had to grin and bear it. Rainbow Mika, another Ibuki, Street Fighter 2 on the PC Engine, that was a must-own, I bought that one last year. Bit of Super Famicom on the top there, Natsuki Crisis Battle on the right there, that was a new one. Wouldn't mind a few more Super Famicom fighters, there's a couple I'm missing, but as everybody knows they're not cheap anymore. Storm Collectibles at the back, got a new Storm figure coming today from them, from their UK site. Soul Calibur Taki one. I think that car was new at the back there. It's a Cami Corvette. Popped a couple of Cami bits there. Moving down, Street Fighter Third Strike. Japanese PlayStation 2 Collector's Edition. More Street Fighter 2, Vega. Tatsunoko vs Capcom arcade stick. Moving across, Virtua Fighter, again it'll have its own shelf when we move on with the project. Big thanks to Eddie there, he gave me that, it's a Blast City marquee for the arcade game. I use that as like a bit of a backdrop for the game. Inside there we've got a Japanese 360, more Virtua Fighter stuff, Master System one, box one that's going actually, I was just testing that but I couldn't fit it in the car for Leeds, so that'll be going soon. Bit of Melty Blood there, and more Street Fighter. Got a Street Fighter 5 arcade stick review. Another comic there with Minat on the front cover. Various games, that was my day one steelbook of Street Fighter 5. Picked that up in Scunthorpe's game back in the day. More arcade sticks. Kami, that was new last year, but I think it was in my last video. That's a Cold Cast Killer Bee Kami. I think that book one new. Moving up, another arcade stick that was new, Super Street Fighter 4, that come through from Japan. And a arcade poster from Nick. Poison, put the Super Street Fighter 4 games with the arcade stick. And Ultra Street Fighter 4. Got another ceramic statue, that's Jury. And just step back, I did a little shrine to Chun-Li, so I thought she deserves her own shelf. So we got some action figures, Mazda RX-7 car, a little figure, got the anniversary controller, a few little figures, comic book where she's in the corner, and one of my favourite arcade sticks. The effect of that Chun-Li is fantastic on that one. Probably won't come through on camera, but it's really nice. And a few more bits on the top. More Storm collectibles. A few of those little figures, a Phanome I think they're called. I won't mind one or two of them more, but I'm not collecting the whole set. And a few boxes on the top there. So yeah, that's that corner done. So mainly Capcom, mainly Street Fighter. And then we move on to the statues. Now this is what I started doing last week. I was trying to work out exactly how much space all my statues are going to work, actually take up. Got two big things to work out: is A, where the statues are going, and B is where the consoles and the CRTs are going. So I've got a few ideas. I think in this corner here, this section here, I'm going to pop a couple of half-size Billy the bookcases and have them coming out into the middle of the room. Just give me a bit of extra space, section it up, and then this part here will be, at the end there, will be where the CRTs are and the statues on the side. So a few bits and bobs to do there. So I've got Vega, Cammy, Guile at the back there. That was new in last year. It's one I used to have back in the day. One of my favourite new ones. Season Pass Chun-Li. And she's stood on top of a turtle there in the sea. Really nice statue, that one. Over the moon with that one. A couple of SNK Coldcast ones there. Cooler and Ataru. And then one of my biggest and heaviest new statues is Athena from King of Fighters 97, and that thing is absolutely huge. Weighs an absolute ton as well, so again, I've got a few ideas what I'm going to do. Hopefully to get display popping. My Shiranui. And the big Zangief at the back there. And Vega. Vega does light up. I must get some power supplies sorted out. I've got a box full at the lock-up. They're American statues, so we need a UK power supply. So yeah, that's a few of the statues on that big desk. Underneath, some systems there in boxes and what have you. Moving across. Just on the top there, I've got some boxes as usual. Our Tekken 7 collector's set, just keep it out of the way so I don't knock it over. Chun-Li, Dalsim and Blanca. Oni Akuma, Balrog, and another new one. Again, really happy with this one, Sakura. Really hard to come by now. So well pleased to get hold of that one last year. Moving down. A couple of good ones. Poison. Cammy. One of the dioramas. Lash and Ryu chucked to the bottom. Sagat and Ryu. E Honda. Ryu. And obviously Mortal Kombat Jade. Got various boxes at the end there. All those are going to end up back at the lockup as I get my new shelving in. Various different boxes there. Console boxes and smaller figure boxes. I just need a couple of banana boxes to stick those into. A couple of arcade stick boxes, poster there on the Athena statue. Yeah, moving along, obviously the SN, well, at the bottom is a bit of Blaze Blue, rest is in the corner there on the piles of games. And then obviously the SNK stuff desperately needs more space. Need at least another couple of wider Billy the bookcases for those. But I've done a small display. King of Fighters, one of my favourite games. The My Shiranui Glass Cube. That come with that game there. Collector's edition of King of Fighters 13 Global Match. That's my first PlayStation 5 game. My Shiranui King of Fighters 15 limited edition. Various different bits and bobs. And again, more SNK stuff. And some boxes on the top there. Oh, those two figures obviously going there. Fighting game. I'm not fighting game figures. They just need boxing up. But yeah, that's a state of play at the moment. There's some more empty boxes at the back there to get rid of. But yeah, I'm quite happy. And my plans are starting to take fruition, as I say. I'm just, when I put this camera down, I'll upload this video. And I'm going to go and start going through all those games that are in piles and put them into franchises. So put all my SNK King of Fighters stuff together, dig out my Injustice games, and then I've got the MOT to sort out in the car next week, and then hopefully have a little trip to IKEA. Get some more. A couple of smaller Billy the Butt cases and a big one. Should be able to squeeze those in without knackering up the suspension. But yeah, I love that statue. So a real bargain. Just got to put those bats on in the correct places. Popped one or two on, but they're a little bit fiddly and I don't want them to drop off when I'm moving it about. So that figure, if I show you, is really, it's quite deep. Certainly won't fit on a normal shelf. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. That Bridget there was new from Guilty Gear. A few comic books at the back there, like I said, I've been getting. But yeah, overall, I think I'm starting to get there. So, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. And I'll see you again soon. Cheers.